I'm Kathy Boyle.
And I'm Ed Boyle, and we're co-owners of Katchen Company Real Estate. For those of you who aren't familiar with Katchen Company, we're a boutique full-service real estate firm offering both residential and commercial property solutions throughout the greater Denver metro area. So, Kath, what do you think we should talk about today?
Well, I was thinking about it, and I've had some questions well, let me take a step back, first of all. What I'd like to say is, for people that are actually watching our videos, I would like to put it out to you to let us know what you would like us to be talking about. We're here because we want to answer your questions about what's going on in the real estate market, what your pain points are, and what you feel you're not getting the right answers to. So we would love it if you would put suggestions for conversation into the comments box when we've posted it. So that would be awesome. That said, I had somebody ask me about the moratorium on evictions and rents that have been put in place in both, commercial and multifamily situations during COVID. And they want to know what's going to happen once they lift the moratorium. And, I thought that you would be an excellent person to address this because it's something that you deal with every day when it comes to dealing with landlords and property management, as well as having been in the multifamily arena. So I'll let you take it.
Okay, there we go. So there is a little bit of a difference because there's consumer protection with residential. And so the rules for multifamily are going to be slightly different from other commercial properties. But in general, it's about the same. What you have to look at is somebody hasn't paid rent. They've struggled because of the COVID pandemic, and they are being protected right now by the government. Right. They still owe that money. Okay.
So they still owe their money, whether they're renting like an apartment or renting as like a building, like leasing space in a building.
Well, that's correct. They both sign leases. Okay. And the lease doesn't say, oh, if something bad happens, you don't have to pay rent.
Right.
All right. So the property owners really have to make a decision which is in their best business interest. Okay. Right now they're being told by the government, you can't do this, and so, okay, we can't do it right now. But as soon as we have that option, as an owner, you have the right to take and to evict if they can't take and come to some arrangement with you as to how they're going to pay that money back.
Right.
Okay. We have bills to pay as property owners, and so we need to see this income coming in so that we can do that. We haven't been able to. So a lot of property owners have been struggling along just like their renters. And so when it's finally said, okay, this is enough, we think that things are back to normal, you should be able to find a job, you should have customers coming in so that you're making money so that you can pay rent. Okay. Right. If you don't pay rent, once they say that, and you didn't come to your landlord and say, hey, listen, here's my struggles. Can we make arrangements, a payment plan or something, so that I can get caught up on what I'm in arrears? But right now, I'll start paying you rent going forward every single month, but then come to an agreement. If you can't come to some agreement, the landlord does have a decision to make. Landlord can take and say, well, you've not really been that good a tenant to me. And so it's time for us to part ways. Out of here. You're right. Yeah. You're out of here. And then they can take it a step further and legally go after them to get that money. Okay. But if they didn't have money to take and pay it to you before you evicted them,
they're not going
to get it afterwards, right? It just
isn't.
Well,
that's the truth.
It isn't going to happen. Right. And so when it comes to that situation, that's what you have to look at. It's a business decision. It's a personal decision for the tenants as to what they're going to do. Okay. And it really kind of flows forward when you want to talk about with residential ownership. If people haven't been taking and paying their mortgage, they still owe that as well.
Well,
And they're
that's
being
absolutely
protected.
right.
They're
Yeah.
being protected at the moment. Okay,
Oh,
and so
for
it's almost
sure.
the same thing. So what's the lender want to do? Does the lender really want to get that house back,
No,
or they want to get their loan paid off? And so the
right.
same things are going to occur. There's going to
Absolutely.
be agreements made, but at the end of the day, the lender could take and say, well, we're going to have to evict.
Well, it sounds like, what needs to happen is that both, on the commercial and residential side, that people have to have conversations with their property managers, owners, lenders, whoever it is, and come to an agreement so that they get an equitable solution, one way or another. But it's definitely a complicated issue that I'm sure that we could go on a lot more, and you have great insight into that people could learn different things from. But I think we'll wrap it up for today.
Okay. If there's a takeaway for everybody, it's this: communication.
Absolutely.
Okay? If you're a tenant, you should be talking to the landlord. If you're a landlord, you should be talking to a tenant. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, I am Ed Boyle,
And I'm Kathy Boyle.
and you can reach out to me at 303-564-5387 or eboyle@katchencompany.com.
And you can reach me at kboyle.kb@gmail.com, or you can give me a call at 303-507-0859. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. Thanks for joining us.
All
Take
right,
care.
you guys have a great day.